Hi everyone, let's solve valid palindrome question today. So let's understand the problem statement. If race is a palindrome, if after converting all uppercase letters into lowercase letters and removing all non-alphanumeric characters, it reads the same forward and backward. Alphanumeric characters include letters and numbers. Okay, let's understand. Point 1, alphanumeric. So when they are saying letters and alphabets, they are saying A to Z, capital A to Z, and 0 to 9. These are the alphanumeric characters. Let's also understand the palindrome, what they are exactly saying. So let's say, for example, I take this particular string. Let's say this is str, and let's say if I do reverse of str, if I even do a reverse of str, what will happen? They have the same characters, madam and madam will be the same, right? So basically, if string is equals to reverse of that particular string, it is a palindrome. But one additional case in this particular question is that they are not worried about the uppercase and lowercase letters. In that case, let's say this is the, if I actually reverse it, I should be able to say that these are the palindromes. How can I do that? Let's say, for example, reverse of str is, let's give a name for that, r str. Okay, if str of 0 double equals to r str of 0, they are not, right? This is capital and this is small. Either we can convert both of them to lowercase or to uppercase. In that case, we will be able to check if both are same letters irrespective of the casing. That is all we want to do. This is fine. Now one more question is that, do we really have to do a reversal of this particular string to check if it's a palindrome or not? It's definitely not, right? Let's say, for example, I have a string. So let's say if I can break the string into two halves, can I say that first, okay, let me not have consider the spaces. If I consider this one string, first half and second half, if I can somehow map the values and check, can I also say that it is a palindrome by just iterating with the 2 pointers, right? Let me take one more example. It will be much easier. Let's say, for example, this is a 6-letter word, and if I iterate from the back to the half of the way, and I also iterate from the left half of the way, so they all the characters will be same. If they are same, then we can say it as a palindrome. That is one thing which we can understand. So this can be done using 2 pointer, which we will discuss. Now one more additional case which they have mentioned is that if there are any non-alphanumeric characters, you can skip, you can consider them as they're not being there. Okay, let's say, for example, for that case, let me take an example of m space a d a m. Okay, let's consider this is the example. Now if I can, whenever I see these spaces, I can skip when I am traversing, instead of like creating a new string without the spaces. So what will I do? Let's say my left is at 0 and my right is at, let's say, what is the length? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 minus 1 will be 6, right? So m and m are equal. So what will I do? I will increment my pointer, I will decrement my pointer. Now at the left I am at this space, and at the right I am at a. So what will I do with respect to left? I will just increment it, and with respect to right, now after decrementing we will again check if a and a are same. If they are same, what will we do? I will increment 3, I will decrement right to 4. So what will happen? Now there is a space and d. Now what will I do? Since it is a space, I will just increment my 4. Now right does not have a space, so we will just check what is the value. Both of them are equal. Now what will I do? I will increment 5 and I'll decrement it to 3. So now once the left pointer crosses right, we have to stop because we have reached till the mid will always be the equal point, right? That is how we can determine if they are if we have crossed the left and right. And the other one is, let's say for example, let's take a non-palindrome string. So left will be 0, right will be 2. What will happen in this case is C and R are not equal. What will I do? I will just return false from whenever there is a mismatch of the characters at left and right, I will just return it as a false. So this is the whole algorithm. Let's now try to code it up. So let's say left pointer is at 0, right pointer is at the length -1. That is how we get the right pointer. Now as I mentioned, while left is less than or equal to right, only then we have to iterate, because as I told, if left and right are equal, they are at the same character, and if it crosses, we don't really have to iterate because we have already traversed the entire word with both the pointers. That's the use case here. Now let's say if not of is alpha numeric, right? Let's also write a function for determining if it's a alphanumeric or not. In this case, we will read a character. Now let's say is lowercase letter. In this case, if the character is greater than or equal to small a and then character is less than or equal to small z, then we can say that it is a lowercase letter. Now we will also determine if it is a uppercase letter. What will happen? The entire thing will be same. I just have to change it with the capital letter A and capital letter Z, and const is number. Again it is same, but I just have to check for the 0 and 9 if the number is greater than or equal to 0 and less than or equal to 9. And now if it is matching with any of the conditions, I will say that it is a alphanumeric character. Clear so far? Now this will give me if it's alphanumeric character or not. Now if it is not a alphanumeric character in the left pointer, what will I do? I will just increment the pointer because I don't really have to match it with any other character. We are just skipping it. And let's say if the right pointer is not alphanumeric, we will just decrement the pointer as we discussed. Now let's say if both left is alphanumeric and right is also alphanumeric, then what will we do? We will check if both the letters are equal or not, right? Without the casing. So how can we check that? We can check s dot left dot to lowercase. We can also use to uppercase here if we want. S of right dot to lowercase. In this case, if they are matching, or let's say for example, let's write a case where they are not matching. If they are not matching, we can directly return a false from here. We don't have to go forward from here. If they are equal, then we can do left plus plus and right minus minus. That's all. And at the end, we have if we are able to traverse through all the letters and we are able to finish, then in that case we have to return true. Let the below is all commented. Now let's run the code. Okay, yeah, we just have to ensure that we are taking let variables instead of const. Okay, these test cases are successful. Now let me submit it. Right, and the time complexity of this solution is that big O of n, considering that the length of the string as n, because we are just traversing all the characters once, nothing more. And extra space, we are not occupying any extra space. The space complexity will be big O of 1. So time complexity will be big O of n, and space complexity would be constant. This is how it works. I hope the solution is clear. Thank you.